exhausted. I must have been tossing and turning all night. It's so hot in here, too. No wonder I keep having these weird dreams. I've basically been simmering in my own sweat every night this past week. Doesn't look like it's gonna cool down anytime soon, either. It's another sunny day in Newport.
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing the studio's got proper air conditioning. I promised myself I was gonna spend most of the day working, and I don't intend to break that promise. Not this time.
What's this? Let's see. A cash card.
My cash card at the moment is really quite useless. There can't be more than $1 or 2 left in it.
Okay. We go look outside.
Nice view, if you're into brickwork.
Open up the window. You said you're hot.
I'm not good at taking care of living things, but this plant's doing just fine despite months of neglect. The wardrobe is actually made of real wood and not that synthetic crap that makes me sneeze and itch all over.
Let's look in our closet, see what we have. Clothes. Ooh,
It's a bunch
drawings.
of drawings I drew when I was a kid. I don't even know why I brought them here. They mean absolutely nothing to me.
Can we take them? I guess not, because it didn't show us a hand. A toy monkey.
It's Constable Guybrush, my toy oh, ape. He doesn't much like being called monkey.
Can we take? Alright, we got a toy monkey.
When fame and wealth come knocking, I'll buy a wardrobe the size of an ocean liner and fill it with clothes for $1 million. Right now, I'll try to focus on my work.
Okay, so it's not like you can like change your outfit or something. Okay. Let's check out this desk.
That's my desk, so theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work. I think my muse has departed me for greener pastures, though, because lately, inspiration's been fleeting at best. It's just a chair.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think this is gonna do anything, but you know, you never know. With these type of games, you gotta click all the things. It might be something important that you might miss.
That's my work. It's supposed to be a portrait of my life study teacher, but I think he might disagree.
Huh? I thought I could click on the fan. Not anymore, I guess. Oh.
That fan is supposed to keep the room nice and cool in the summer. Sure, yeah, it's at least, 1/4 of a degree cooler in here when it's on.
Okay. This picture.
It's a picture of me and my friends.
Guess we'll take it.
My on-again, off-again diary. We've had a turbulent relationship, her and I.
You can talk to it?
Dear diary, note to self. Dreams of talking trees and dragons aside, it's still no excuse for talking to inanimate matter in the real world. So quit it.
I thought maybe it would talk.
Just too weird.
Oops. I thought I was gonna talk back or something. Let's take it. Anything else we can take? Let me just move her for a second. There's some
I'm part of
books.
the should be reading more but life's too short generation. We embrace our illiteracy. The last book I read was How to Seduce the Man of Your Dreams. Now, if I can just find a man to dream about, I'll be all set.
Okay.
I had to borrow some posters from the cafe because I just can't afford to buy any of my own. When I think about it, that's so depressing.
You know, I was kind of just about to say that because the posters aren't that expensive.
I'd better head over to the studio to do some work. Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
That's what I tried to do earlier.
Hey, babe.
Babe.
Babe, you're looking real sexy today.
Zach, listen, I've got to run, and...
What's going on, April? How you been?
I was pretty sure she said that she needed a man to dream of, so I'm gonna guess that this isn't her boyfriend or partner or anything like that. I don't really have time to hang around. Pretty good, and you, I'm doing just fine until you came along. I feel like we should just be cordial.
Pretty good, and you?
Fantastic. Listen, April, how about you and me getting together sometime soon? Like, tonight. The pavilion is really cooking this week. We could pop some raptures, do a little close dancing. How about it?
I don't. No, I'm not feeling you, Zach. How should we let him down? No, that's not gonna work, Zach. Sounds like good fun, but not tonight. Let me think about it. I don't want to lead him on, so we're just gonna tell him that it's not gonna work.
No, that's not gonna work, Zach.
What? You got something against me, babe? Do I offend you in some way?
The way you're calling me babe.
I just don't think it's a good idea for us to be together like that.
Hey, whatever. You come crawling back when you realize your mistake, babe. I'm out of here.
Yeesh.
What an asshole.
I agree, April. Like, you gotta... I don't know. I don't like people that use pet names like that unless you're in a relationship with them or you're clearly, like, flirting and you're at that kind of relationship level that's okay, not just some person that's trying really hard that you clearly said no to. It's just kind of awkward. Okay.
It's a fact, as in FACT, Free Access Terminal.
Okay.
Computer.
Voice interface is not installed. Please use the touchscreen interface to communicate with this free access terminal.
Oh, okay.
Why not consider a very reasonable upgrade? In addition to a voice interface, true holo display technology and Instacredit compatibility.
No, I'll just use my hands, thanks.
You are missing out on a great opportunity. If you upgrade now...
Hold on. You understood that. You have a voice interface installed already. Why would I pay to have another one installed?
Current voice interface is for sales purposes only. If you take advantage of this very affordable upgrade today...
No, really. This terminal doesn't belong to me.
Noted. Please refrain from voice communication in the future, or you will be reported to the FACT FUB and charged for processing time.
FUB?
Fair Use Bureau. They are authorized to carry deadly arms.
Well, whatever. Sorry.
Just imagine like Alexa or Google having that kind of attitude or being that insistent with stuff. That would be something. Oh, we can't even touch it. Am I clicking the wrong thing? Yeah, it doesn't let me. It gives me the option. Okay, well, I guess we can't do that. We can go downstairs. Look at this plant.
Organic plastic. It grows, and it converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, just like real plants, but it doesn't need nourishment of any kind. Convenient, but disturbing.
Interesting. I wonder if that's... Oops. Sorry. I wonder if that's even possible. What did I just grab? A leaf? Organic plastic. Okay, so maybe I'll need to make some carbon dioxide or whatever she said at some point. Let's see. Guess that's pretty much it that we can do here. Let's go downstairs. could leave right away, but let's have a look around here, see if there's anything we need. Be considerate, keep the volume down after 11 p.m. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I want to check this out.
Common room duty roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh joy, manual labor, my favorite.
Pizza and movie night. Ooh.
Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap?
I think they mean soda, April.
I can't tell what that note's saying as long as it's up there. Fiona's handwriting is not particularly legible.
Okay, let's take it. Well, yeah, let's look at it now. See what it says. Oh, you got a pin too. Okay.
Found. A gold ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona. I did lose a gold ring a few weeks ago. I hope this is the one. I'll have to ask Fiona about it.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, but big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day.
I wonder if that's just like, for a good time, call this number or something like that. Annual summer blowout?
Annual summer blowout at the Fringe Cafe, Friday, August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food, live performances by Royne Dale, Harlequin Masquerade, The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar, $10 only. Spread the word. Be considerate. Keep the volume down after 11 p.m. Fiona.
Let's
Look,
at the monkey.
it's Monkey Boy.
Okay, I guess that's it. How did I get out here last time? Okay, that's my inventory. There, exit. What's on TV?
The omnipresent screen. I don't pretend to know how it works, but all the data apparently passes through tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension. You know, that really freaks me out when I think about it.
Shelf?
Shelves.
Okay. A matchbook.
It's a matchbook.
Yes. I'm gonna take it. Because I need all the things. I am a hoarder in this game. I take everything.
It's a chair.
That it is.
They really knew how to design tacky furniture back in the late 22nd century.
Is this Fiona? It is.
That's Fiona, my landlady. She's all right.
Okay, so she's the landlady. I thought she was like her friend or something.
Morning, Fiona.
Good morning, darling. You're up early.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep.
Are you feeling all right? You look a little pale.
We'll tell her
I
about
had
the
a bad nightmare.
Again? Well, you're not the only one, darling. Mickey woke me up screaming in the middle of the night. She wouldn't go back to sleep until I made her a cup of herbal tea.
Nightmares?
Apparently, but she refuses to tell me what they were. I think she's embarrassed.
That doesn't sound like Mickey.
I know, darling. Don't tell her I said so, but I've never seen her so agitated in my life. She scared the hell out of me.
I don't know why I have nightmares. I guess they could be stress-related. After all, the exhibition's right around the corner.
Oh, yes, the school exhibition. How's that going?
God, don't ask. I have no idea how I'm going to finish my painting on time. I haven't felt inspired in ages.
I think you work too hard, darling. You need to relax once in a while. Live. Enjoy your youth. There's inspiration to be found in hedonism, you know.
No, I don't know, but apparently you do.
I'm an authority on the subject, darling. Ask Mickey. She'll tell you I don't lift a finger around the place unless I absolutely have to.
Okay. Where's everyone this morning? Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather? Can I ask you a few questions? I'll better get going. We'll ask her where everyone is.
Where's everybody this morning?
Mickey's tied up in the basement. Mind you, she's not literally tied up, of course, although that is a tempting thought.
Are you getting into your sexual fantasies here, Fiona? Because it's a little too early in the morning for that, don't you think?
Sorry,
Yikes.
I just can't help myself. Anyway, the plumbing is... You probably noticed when you took a shower, yeah? There's no hot water. So Mickey's working on that. Getting knee-deep in putrid canal water is her job, thank God.
What about Charlie? He up yet?
No, he's still sleeping, and Emma just went to bed. I saw her come in when I was making breakfast. Do you know who she's seeing now?
I don't know. Some guy?
Those lads I see her with, darling. She's too good for those arseholes. I wish she'd find herself a man who'd treat her right for once.
She hasn't had much luck with love, no?
She's a magnet for creeps, and she's so pretty. They prey on her, you know, bastards.
I've tried to talk to her about it, but Emma's impulsive. She doesn't listen.
She's just as headstrong as you and me, darling, but I'm sure she'll be all right. She's smart and resourceful, and not afraid to speak up for herself.
Let's see. Shouldn't you be outside?
Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather?
You joking? Bollocks to that. I'll stay inside until September, thank you very much. It's too bloody hot.
I don't like the heat of it either.
Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know what
certainly,
she's
darling.
doing.
About what?
Tell me about Emma.
Tell me about Emma.
Emma? Why, she's your best friend, darling.
Oh.
I don't know what to tell you that you don't already know. You girls are so close.
That's true. The day we met, we clicked instantly. It was strange, but cool.
Like me and Mickey then, except for the sex, of course.
That's a pretty big except for, Fiona.
Oh, I guess so. She's the crazy one, Emma is. Not crazy as in mad as a hatter, but crazy in a good way. Fun to be around.
Emma's always been a little weird.
Exactly, darling. She's a flirt, too, and the boys seem to drop like flies at her feet. No wonder. She's a real looker, I don't have to tell you. I'm sure she could have been a model if she'd wanted, but she's an artist, and a good one, too. I really think she'll be a successful artist. Her sculptures are getting a lot of attention.
Sure. Anything else you can tell me about her?
Anything else you can tell me about Emma?
She ought to be a little more careful sometimes. She's a flirt, and although she doesn't mean any harm, some lads don't take too well to being teased and rejected. You should tell her that, though, being her best friend and all.
I have told her. She won't listen.
No. She does worry me a little, but she's a big girl and she can take care of herself. I'm certainly happy to have her living here. Next to you and Charlie, she's my favourite tenant.
What did you think about me when we
What did
first
you
met?
think of me when we first met?
That's a peculiar question, isn't it? I thought you were quite lovely. I still do, darling.
Do you remember the day I arrived?
Of course, darling. It wasn't that long ago, and I'm not senile quite yet. It was in May, wasn't it? Charlie referred you to me, and you were quite at a loss. First day in the city, wasn't it? I remember. You looked like a lost puppy.
Puppy? Me?
When I saw you lugging that suitcase across the bridge, my heart went out to you. I'm glad you came here. You could have been lost anywhere else.
How long have you known Charlie?
How long have you known Charlie?
Oh, he's one of our oldest tenants. It's close to 3 years, I believe, since he moved in. Charlie is always in a good mood, and he's such a gentleman.
I agree. He's an actual, genuine gentleman.
And you don't see a lot of gentlemen these days, trust me. You have a very good friend in him, darling. Perhaps even more than a friend.
Ooh.
What do you mean, more than a friend?
Not for me to say, darling. If you don't realize it yet, you will.
Okay. Who's
What's
that?
up with Zach Lee?
Zach?
Oh,
I think
right,
we
the guy
both feel the
upstairs.
same way about him, darling. He's not actually a bastard. If he was, I'd have had him out of here in an instant. But he is an arse, and a stuck-up, pompous, arrogant wanker.
My thoughts exactly. Aside from that wanker bit.
Still, he pays his rent on time and he doesn't make a lot of noise. He keeps to himself. And most importantly, he's shit scared of me, so I can't just kick him out.
Tell me about yourself,
Tell me a
Fiona.
little bit about yourself, Fiona.
Me? Why? It's not much to say, darling. I love my job, I love Venice, and I love being with Mickey. I'm a
So that's
happy
where we
girl.
are. Venice.
Sure, sometimes I wish I could go back to England to see my family, but that's water under the bridge, so to speak. I'm very happy with myself and my life here in Newport.
How long have you and Mickey been together?
Mickey and I have been together since I was 19. She was in her late 30s then. The older, wiser, worldly woman. I found her sweet and charming and intriguing. When I finally realized she was neither of those things, it was too late. I was in love. She stole me away from my dreary British inner-city life, and she brought me here. She was no knight in shining armor, that's for sure, but she knew how to treat me like a woman.
You guys make a great couple.
You think so, darling? Yes, I guess we do. And the sex is amazing.
You never get tired of talking about your sex life, do you?
Never. And if I ever do, please shoot me.
Can you tell me something about the border house?
That's one of my favorite topics, darling. What precisely do you want to know?
Let's see.
What made you decide to run a boarding house?
That's a long story. One of the reasons Mickey and I got together was that we shared a passion for the classic English country inns. You know, quaint, weathered buildings, funny old ladies, and oddly suggestive names like the Lazy Cock.
So why come here to the big city? To America?
We wanted to create a place with a similar atmosphere
we're
and
not in
hospitality
Venice.
here in Newport. Like
Whoops.
a safe house for people like you and I to call home, if only for a short while. So we discussed different options for a few months, and then we decided we wanted to start a boarding house for young, penniless students and artists.
You decided you wanted to do that here in Venice?
We knew that Venice was the place for us long before we came here, but the hard part was finding a building cheap enough.
And this building was available?
Not at first. Like most of the buildings in Venice, this one used to be a factory, but when we first looked at it, a local company was planning to turn it into a bar and nightclub. It was so perfect for our purposes, though, that we appealed to the Venice Borough Council, and after outlining our plans, they gave us the go-ahead at a reduced price, provided we kept our promises regarding our tenants.
Okay, so we can go into more of these, but it's gonna be like an information overload, I think, right now. So we'll say
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you out, darling.
Let's see. Can we go down a little bit? Let's learn a little bit more about Venice, because I'm a little bit confused.
What can you tell me about Venice?
I don't really know much about the history of Venice. You should really ask someone with an interest in local affairs. What I do know is that this whole neighborhood used to be an industrial area, and that about 100 years ago they converted most of the buildings into residences for students and the homeless. And it's a nice place to live, certainly. Friendly people, liberal attitudes, great clothing stores, quite perfect, aside from that dreadful stench from the canals in the summertime.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that this Venice isn't like the Venice in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. I'm guessing that's just what the area is called. So I was a little bit confused there for a moment. But let's say, well, ask her about our apartment, and then I think we should
What's the story
begin.
behind my apartment?
Your apartment? It's more a room than anything else. Not much more than a large closet, really.
It's not that small.
It's one of our smallest rooms, but it's cheap and it's on a nice floor. I hope you're happy there.
I like it. It's convenient, and it's got an interesting view.
That's nice to hear, darling. As for the story behind it, no unexplained deaths or hidden pirate treasures, I'm afraid. Just a long string of students on a tight budget.
Okay. Well, we'll leave it there and we'll say we won't have any more questions.
I don't have any more questions right now.
Don't hesitate asking if there's something else you want to know.
I'd better get going.
Off to school.
Yeah, there are no more classes this semester, but I have to finish my painting by next Thursday.
For what it's worth, darling, good luck. And don't work too hard, all right?
Now I'm thinking, remember that note we saw? It mentioned that there was a ring under the sofa. And I didn't see any option for that. So I'm thinking that we might have to go to our inventory and actually, like, give her this. Let's see if that works. Oops. Sorry, I gotta get used to how to do this. Grab this and give it to her.
I saw this note on the corkboard.
Aha.
I think the ring might belong to me.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but could you describe the ring?
Sure thing. It says Sweet 16. My dad gave it to me. I think it was the only birthday of mine he remembered, or at least acknowledged.
Yes, that's the one. I found it under the sofa when I was vacuuming. Here you are, darling.
Thanks. It's not worth much, but it's got a certain sentimental value for me.
It's a very pretty ring.
Yeah, it is. My dad never gave me anything pretty before or since. He must have won a poker game or something that day. You know, it's strange. I don't hate him. He's a bastard and he treated me like crap almost every single day of my life. But I don't hate him. I feel sorry for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't know how to love. He can't love anybody or anything. And because he'll be miserable every second of every minute of every day until the day he dies. God, I'm glad that life is behind me. I hope I never have to see him again. No, that doesn't sound right. I've made a choice not to see him again. Ever.
A little bit of parent issues there. It's a little bit sad. Let's see if there's anything else to do in this room. I'm sure we're gonna have to talk to Fiona more at some point, but I think right now we'll see if there's anything else
We have a nice view of the bridges from this window.
in here that we can interact with. There's a fan.
More fans. Proper air conditioning was apparently never a viable alternative for the contractor.
Okay, so in that case, I guess we'll leave. Now, I think we'll stop there for this first episode. I know not a lot happened. It was a little bit of a background building, but I didn't want this first episode to be extremely long, and it's gonna be at least probably half an hour, if not more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first video. Please subscribe and again, like if you enjoyed the video, and keep your eye out for episode 2 in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!